right, guys. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate y'all having us. We're 3 months into dad life here, and it's interesting. Losing a lot of sleep. I don't think I have a good shirt anymore. A lot of puke-ons. Um, Handling the blowouts pretty well. Diaper changes and whatnot. Starting to get some tummy time. Not a big fan of tummy time. Glad that he's here and hasn't really, completely exploded out of his mind just yet. But we're gonna open up for questions. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Hey, man, this is Mark from the Mommy Time Herald. We got a few questions here. I got an interesting stat line that I wanted to go over here. I see here in the last 3 days you've been puked on about 7 to 8 times. I know there's kind of like a half puke there. Wasn't quite sure how to mark that down. And in the last 3 days, you've had a blowout on top of a total of 10 hours in the last 3 days of sleep time. How do you plan to manage that moving forward? Yeah, interesting stat line there. Again, a lot of spit ups, some big blowouts, and then the sleepless hours. It's something that we're working on. Not quite sure where the spit ups come from. Apparently, mom says it's from dad being a little bit too roughhouse. Not quite sure that's the problem. I don't know. Maybe he likes ruining nice t-shirts. Kid's got a mind of his own, to be honest with you. Go ahead. Yeah, Tim here from Titty Time Magazines. I got a question for the little man. Wanted to know kind of, where is the frustration coming from tummy time? Does he plan to get a little bit better with that? Is he excited about what's to come, growing the strength around his neck? Or is he going to kind of just continue the same type of pattern that we've seen over the last few weeks here? His feeling on that is he kind of just does what he wants, He kind of runs the show around here. It's kind of surprising, 3 months old, and we kind of take orders from him. So I don't think he's going to answer that question. I think he's going to go ahead and just kind of let you guys think of why he is the way that he is, and leave it to that. We'll do one last question there. Go ahead. Yes, thanks. This is Marvin here from momsruledadsdrool.com, and I just got a question for you, Pops. Who's winning the race right now in parenting? Is it mom? Is it you? I mean, I could be honest here. I think we've all seen the stat line, and we kind of have an opinion, but we want to hear from you. Who do you really think's taking the bread here? Yeah, great question. I think mom, she's kind of really got things figured out. It looks like she's kind of found her youth again. Looks like she's, 10 years younger than when she had him. Meanwhile, I feel like I've aged up to 48 since he's arrived here. And he's not really holding back any punches either. I think he knows what he's got going on. I think he understands the stress that he brings on dad, and I think he's doubling down as the days goes on. But we're going to go ahead and catch a break. I think he's going to start screaming here. I think the tummy time and head time there, he's is definitely over his limit, and I appreciate you guys coming out and asking your questions, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.